Right now, a major winter storm is causing whiteout conditions in some parts of the country, causing massive highway backups and slowing travel in several states.
Now, this storm is getting ready to merge with a system to our south, a setup that will bring us a powerful late season nor'easter. Tonight, CBS 13 has team coverage from expected treacherous travel to how these late season school closures could affect the rest of the year for your student.
Tracking the snow moving in between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. Now, it might start off light for a few hours, but anytime during the afternoon, that snowfall is really going to come down at a pretty good clip. Here's what we have for warnings right now. Winter storm warnings, areas in pink. Blizzard warnings are areas in red. I want to outline the expected snowfall here. I think a lot of towns get at least 15 inches. There'll be a lot of spots around 1.5 feet of snow.
And we're just starting to see the first flakes right here.
You'll have to believe me, this is 295 in the back cove because it is difficult to see right now.
We've had 2 hours now of the blizzard conditions.
The traffic, as you can see, though, is still flowing, and that's because of the tremendous job the plows crews have been doing here. Patrick Sage has been kind enough to join us. Patrick, what's it been like out there today for you?
Really not too bad. We thought it was going to come down a lot faster than it did, so this morning we were all kind of waiting around, but now it's really coming down.
Yeah, Jen, I have to even hold my ear just to be able to hear what you're saying. These winds are whipping at about 40 miles per hour, and it's not a gust, it's a consecutive mile per hour.
And in Weather Authority 1, we pulled up behind him. We said, this guy needs some help. So I got out of the car, and I tried to push him back on towards the middle of the road where he could get some traction and once again drive off. And eventually he did, and he was able to drive out. But still, this goes to show how tough the roads are right now. It's very difficult to drive. Even if the roads are being plowed, the snow's just coming down at such an impressive rate.
Greg, I can barely make you out. I see your frame at least.
Yeah, exactly, Kim, and that's why I just moved just across the street, literally just across the street from where I was before, to give you a sense of the visibility and how quickly it deteriorates.
York County is getting a lot of snow. I actually have a ruler, so we're going to see just how much they are getting. Right now, we are at about 4 inches right now.
We're getting those 2.5-inch snowfall rates per hour, and it's in this band now that's moving through Lewis and Auburn. Augusta, you're in this as well.
Pretty incredible here. Let me just step out of the way so you can kind of take a look at some of the conditions here. You can see visibility is down to a 1/4 mile at best here, and that's with the headlights.
Look at that. Wow, that wind is whipping in Rockland right now. We're seeing gusts close to 50 miles per hour. That just tells you the power of the storm, doesn't it? Look at the seas crashing over the breakwater right there. We've had gusts around 50 miles per hour in Rockland. So far, we've had sustained winds around 20 to 30 miles per hour. We've also had visibility down near 1/4 mile for a lot of communities here. So we're looking at serious blizzard conditions, officially a blizzard now in Portland. We're looking at about 1 foot of snow on the ground now in Alfred. So York County came in first there. So there's some spots like Old Orchard Beach, had 2 reports from Old Orchard Beach, 9 and 10 inches. Dayton close to 8. A lot of 8s coming in from Saco to Bath to Naples.
John, you are still getting really blown around there on top of that building. Be careful.
Yeah, the wind gusts are pretty severe, but I'll tell you what, I feel pretty secure standing in this large snowbank caused by a snow drift.
And just in that last half an hour, 45 minutes, we've accumulated 3 inches here in Windham. Overall, snow totals are looking pretty high right now. That's coming in at around 9 inches.
Jen, it is cold out here, and that's important because that determines the type of snow we get. There are no big, large, massive, dense flakes. It's more of a fine, powdery snow. And at Shawnee Peak here in Bridgeton, there's about, I'd say, 6 inches of snow right in the parking lot here.
Steve Yanko, one of the CBS 13 weather watchers, is reporting a blizzard in his backyard.
We are showcasing your snowy decks. Snap a picture of your backyard and show us what it looks like in your neighborhood. It's easy to share your images with us, too.
You can tweet them at us using the hashtag #MySnowyDeck, and you can also post them on our Facebook page.
These are your top 10 biggest March snowstorms. The biggest one was 21.6 inches of snow in 1939.
As you heard Ted Talbot from the Maine DOT tell us at the top of the hour, there were some drivers trapped on Interstate 295 between Freeport and Topsom.
Dave, it's been a scary situation on the roads.
I want to show you what we saw. You mentioned several drivers. We found one driver. This gentleman was from Wisconsin, as it turns out. He was driving a sports car and slid off the road, really into some deep, slow snow. As we arrived, the wrecker was right behind us.
Our Weather Authority coverage spans across the region tonight as a blizzard slowly moves out of Maine.
Now it's starting to lighten up. We still have the wind out there with significant blowing and drifting. And snowfall totals range from about 14 to 20 inches across the area, and it's still climbing for some towns.
Right along Route 1, a group of Yarmouth High School students were out and about tonight. They got stuck in a really good-sized snowbank, so we offered to lend a helping hand, and obviously I asked them the $64,000 question: what were they doing out on a night like this?
We had a friend who had a bit of a problem, and we had to drop her off at a house, so we figured we should drive.
No, in all honesty, how were the roads?
Horrible. Absolutely really bad. And like I used this mop to get us unstuck in the middle of Route 1. That is what it took.
Developing right now, thousands are without power, mostly in the southern portion of the state.
At last check, about 29,000 customers are without power, mostly in York County.
The Maine-New Hampshire line was blurred by an icy blast. In Portsmouth, 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts pushed pedestrians and entombed storefronts in ice.
Hopefully it's going to stop soon, but I don't think it's going to stop until sometime tomorrow morning.
The fun and games were few and far between. Blizzard status was confirmed on the seacoast, and snow fell at a rate of 3 inches an hour.
Hello, thank you for calling the Roundabout. How can I help you?
Tens of thousands lost power in the state. Many sought refuge in restaurants. Those that could stay open saw Friday night numbers in the Tuesday night darkness.
I hear that a lot of other places are closed and out of power to some of downtown, so we're psyched that we can be open, trying to feed as many people as we can.
But a food shortage turned the lights out early. For families without power at home or a hotel room booked, the warm meal here may be the last until Thursday.
The conditions have improved immensely since a few hours ago. The snow has pretty much come to a halt.
Some video from our viewers shows there is no job too big to handle for a Jeep. Check this out. The driver helped a big rig get back on the road.
Another viewer is sharing video of kite surfing on a golf course. This is at Muir Creek Golf Course in Brunswick. Benjamin Williamson sent us video of a snowboarder using a kite to get around the links.
We went right across the river here to Auburn, where there's a hotel there that's packed right now for business travelers, people who maybe got stuck here and had to make a decision to stay here for the night, or maybe just make the best of it. We talked to a guy from North Carolina who told us he has never ever seen a blizzard or a nor'easter before, and his business colleagues from here in New England said, you got to bundle up and we're taking you outside so you can experience this. Here's what he told us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I could probably live without.
Alicia sent us this one of her dog, Bella. She's wearing a coat, as we all should be. We're not too sure if she's happy about that.
And take a look at Bentley. Taylor shared this picture with us. You can barely see the dog in all of the snow.
Let's go! Let's go!
This is Nick, and there you see it. Brave enough to go out in this nor'easter in only his bathing suit.
As if it's not cold enough out there, Nick then lays on the ground. He makes a snow angel.
And then makes a run for it.
Now look at some of our snowfall totals, because we definitely did get our fair share. So Lisbon Falls at 22 inches, Turner at 17, and Westburg at 16 inches.
Given the circumstances, things are looking pretty good down here in Bridgeton's downtown area. But just to give you an idea of just how much snow is on the ground, take a look over here. We're at the movie theater pub. While the roads have been plowed, this snow level is just how much and how high that it has been. So you might be able to see a movie, but you can't really see the building.
There are about 7,000 outages here in the town of York alone. One of those customers is joining me now, Joanne Voltaire. Joanne, first off, thank you so much for taking the time on this chilly morning to speak with us.
Sure.
So I want to talk about your power in just a minute, but first let's talk about our encounter just a few minutes ago. What happened this morning when you woke up?
Well, the winds were so strong yesterday and the snow was coming down so fast, I decided not to shovel yesterday. And what occasionally happens is the snow will get so high against my door that I'm unable to get out. So when I saw the two of you out here on the street looking at the power line that was down, I thought, this is my chance to ask for help. And so I opened my window and called to you, and you graciously came and shoveled out my door for me.
Our weather app is free and includes street level radar and any watches or warnings. Just search WGME WX in your app store. You can also watch our newscast from your phone for free. Go to WGME.com on your mobile device and click on the live banner.